Hi, my name's Johnny, and today we are checking out the brand new for 2022 Harley Benton JJ-550P. Harley Benton had done it again, dropped some insane new bases for 2022 because these bases are based on the Aria Detroit bases. Now the JP model is a direct copy of this with the PJ configuration that's slightly further apart, the same body shape, but they've also thrown in some different features in there, as well as offering us this JJ model that I'm checking out today. Now before you go anywhere, I am legally obligated to tell you that you are not allowed to watch any more of this video without liking it and hitting that subscribe button below. So pull your weight, Tom. Should just say random names until I get them right. I also have to say, for the sake of transparency, that I have been sent this base by Harley Benton. They very kindly sent me this one to check out and review for you. It's not going to have an impact on what I say. I'm still going to be completely honest about it. But yeah, just so you're aware. Your boy's moving up in the world, what can I say? Now, let me just clarify, these bases cost under £200. At time of recording, this one is about £185. £185 for a roasted maple 5-string with an active preamp. It's insane, like. We're really stepping into a whole new world of affordable instruments where they're just getting better and better and better. Or is it? Let's find out. Starting off at the top, we have an unusual, slightly blandish headstock, which I was originally not that phased about, but in the 5-string version, I actually really like it. I was tempted to pick up the 4-string, but I feel like the 5th string and the thicker neck just suits the body shape a little bit more, and the headstock as well. I think it looks a lot better. Aesthetically, I don't normally like these types of tuners, but I think they look really good on this headstock. And actually, they hold the tune relatively well. I did notice it slipping out a little bit as I went to pick it up throughout the day, but they are affordable die-cast tuners and something that's easily upgraded, so I won't knock it too much for that. It is something that down the line you would want to look at upgrading, but I don't think it's too bad. Before we head up to our neck and fretboard, I will say that nut is probably the sharpest nut I've ever felt. If you were going down really fast and then caught yourself on it, I could see yourself splitting yourself open, so maybe worth sanding down the edges of that, or just to make it a little less dangerous for the old fingies. I don't know why I did both. Like, are you really going to use your pick in hand to be up there? Maybe. So for an affordable bass like this, you might be thinking, yeah, it's definitely going to have some fret sprouting. Nothing. Nothing at all. This thing feels phenomenal. The neck moving all the way up. It's a 5-string. It's a bit wider than I'm used to normally, and I found it really comfortable. The shape of the neck, it feels quite flat, and I think that's great. I'm not going to bang on too much about specifics and specs. You can click the link in the description to go and read it on Harley Benton's website, because you're here to hear it and to hear what I have to say, not about the specifics of the specs. Because specs are for nerds. So this roasted Canadian maple neck is paired up with a roasted maple fingerboard and wood. It is so nice. So moving up past the 24th fret, we have got our truss rod adjustment, and it's a truss rod wheel. So no fanning about with it up at the top there. You can just put your Allen key straight into the wheel down the bottom and maneuver and make your adjustments from there. Every guitar should have that feature. It's just such a good quality of life thing, and I haven't had to make any major adjustments to this out of the box. It played and was set up really well, actually, in my opinion. I'd be hard pressed to name another bass under £200 that has that feature. Now the body overall, I don't love when they first announced these bases. When I saw them, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, these are alright, yeah. And I was expecting them to be in the 300-400 mark up with their Enhanced series due to the features that they had. But then saying that, it has really grown on me because in the 5-string, I just think it suits that slightly curvier body style so much more. Now I've got it in person, I'm actually quite liking it and the way that it looks. And of course, that Canadian roasted maple neck and the roasted maple fingerboard looks unreal with this white open pore finish. Maybe that's what the OP stands for. Because this transparent white finish, almost with the sandblasted look, is so nice, especially with that white perloid, pickguard on there as well. It just looks so clean. I love it. I'll put on screen now all of the different finishes you can get in these bases. Personally, I think this is my favourite one, but I do also like the classic white PJ base with the red tortoiseshell pickguard. That's also cool. And one thing that is worth noting if you're looking at any of these bases in this series is that the jazz bases are active and the P bases are all passive. I don't know why they've done that between the two. So with these bases, we have got 3 knobs on there. We have got a master volume, a pickup blend, and then a stacked bass and treble. So that's controlling our preamp that's on board, because if we flip it over to the back, along with that 6-bolt construction, we have got a 9-volt battery in there as well. Now, with cheaper basses, you sometimes start to see the cracks. The output jack can get really loose really quickly, and the knobs too, they don't feel the best quality. These things, they feel phenomenal feeling knobs. Not really wiggling about. They've got little notches in the middle to show you when you're halfway on the pickup blend, and with the preamp being flat or boost or cut. And yeah, overall, you would not think that this is such a cheap bass, purely based on the build quality. It feels fantastic, I think. But does it sound any good? That's why you're here at the end of the day. Let's have a listen to it now. All of the clips are going to be played through my Line 6 HX Stomp using the Aguilar tone hammer head going into the Ampeg 8x10 cap. Now, a few people said that the SVT one that I was using was a bit too scooped sounding, so this Aguilar has a nice and transparent sound, super flat EQ on there, and yeah, I think it really works with this bass. So let me know what you think of the sound down below. sale! These Alnico 5 JB-5 single coil pickups. I'd be really interested to hear what you think about them, because I can't help but feel a little bit underwhelmed by the sound of this bass. I think that the pickups sound a bit dead. They're really low output by themselves. You've really got to put that preamp in there to give it a bit more juice. Now luckily when you boost it all full, it's not like too much or unusable, but then again it's not really giving you all that much character. And really what I want out of an active jazz bass is that crispness, and I think certainly Sire are a prime example of how good an active jazz bass can sound, and just sounds super poppy. You know, you can turn the treble up to get a bit more presence on this, but I think it starts to crackle up a little bit and you don't get that smoothness anymore. So I don't love the sound of this bass. I don't love the preamp that's in here. So I think it plays amazingly. I think the features are fantastic. I think it looks alright, and I think it sounds okay. That's my kind of scale of where I'm at with this bass. If I was buying this one, I would definitely recommend upgrading the pickups and the preamp down the line, because then you will have a bass that punches way above its price point. I mean, it already does, let's not kid ourselves. But I think with those improvements in the electronics, that would really raise it up a whole new level. If you want to check it out, you can click the link in the description, head over to Thomann or the Harley Benton website to check one out for yourself. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.